Hey, all my YouTube friends. If this is your first time on my channel, my name is Jessica, and I am the owner and operator of Roundtown Candle Co. I'm a small hand-poured soy wax candle business, and I'm based out of a little town in Ohio. I am currently working on getting the candle store ready, my first brick and mortar. And as you can see behind me, I have furniture put together. I've got a piece put together right in front of me. I got stuff to the side of me. I hung all four curtains or four window coverings last night. And I'm tired. It's been a busy few days. So I have two pieces left, and they're the two giant bookshelves. I don't know why I saved the hugest ones for last, but I did. So anyways, I've decided to stop for now. It's Thursday night. I'm sore, like my muscles are sore from putting all this stuff together. I'm using muscles that I haven't used for a while. So anyways, the store is set to open September 9th. If everything goes according to plan, which I think it should. Gives me less than a month, so I'm only slightly freaking out. Once I get the furniture built though and get everything in place, I think then it's gonna go super fast, because then it'll just be, a final cleaning, getting all my product in here, getting things set up. I'm gonna have a day before I open where my family will come in and just kind of like a little celebration, and it'll allow me to kind of just see their opinion on everything, and then maybe do a couple tester checkouts just to make sure that everything runs smoothly when I actually have my grand opening. So I'm starting to feel the pressure, just not so much of like the deadline, because in all reality, I can change the date if I want to, but I'm feeling pressure of like, I've never done this before. This is way brand new for me, and it's a little bit scary. The thought of having a retail store is a little bit scary to me, but I've done some pretty scary things throughout my life, and that's kind of the post that I have on my heart tonight. And so that's something I want to kind of share with you guys, a little bit of a personal story. Side note, almost every time I record, I'm in my blank and chip auto repair shirt, because I'm coming straight from work into doing this stuff, and this is what it is. But there is a local business in town that I had print some amazing candle shirts for me, which I will be rocking soon, and I'm real excited about. But let's be honest, I'm not going to wear those shirts while I'm in here, using tools and sweating and all that good stuff. So anyways, all right, so one of these days I will come looking like an actual candle maker seller, is the point there. Okay, but to my personal story, this is something, like I said, it's on my heart. I want to share it with you guys. Maybe it will resonate with some of you, or maybe it will simply make others feel like they're going to be okay. So I have twins. I'm married. I have a stepson. So Chris and I are my second marriage, and my first marriage to the twins' dad, his name's also Chris. But anyways, so my marriage to Chris, we met when I had just graduated high school. He's 4 years older than I am. And we started dating, and of course everything was great, and it was fun, and he was a little bit older than me. So he was like the first person that kind of got me away from my parents' house, which was super cool at that time. And so basically we dated, and then after so many years, we were kind of like, okay, well, I guess, we should probably get engaged and then buy a house and get married and have kids. And, we just kind of thought like, that's just what you do. And, it was good, but we just weren't really, I don't think we were really each other's match. We weren't alike in enough ways. I don't know. We just fell apart. So when the twins were, let's see, how did that go? 3 years old? When the twins were 3 years old, we split. And for the record, we get along great. He's an amazing dad to the kids. He and I communicate. We've always co-parented well. We're friends. We just weren't, we were young. We were super young. So anyways, I was a stay-at-home mom from the time that the twins were born until the day I moved out. And when I moved out, it was like a holy you-know-what kind of moment, because I was like, I went from being a stay-at-home mom, taking care of the house and the kids and all that stuff, to suddenly living by myself for the first time ever, having these twins that I was getting 50% of the time, and I just felt like I was just thrown into this absolutely frightening place in my life. One of the very first things that I did when I moved into my apartment is I went to Lowe's and I bought tools. I bought, a hammer and a screwdriver and a tape measure, and I think I even got like a level or a stud finder. I don't know. I just got like I got a drill, and I got this cobalt set that I honestly didn't even know what I would ever even use it for. But I just felt like I had to have these tools. I felt like I don't have a husband. Not that I couldn't even ask. If I would have asked him for help, he would have helped me. My dad, there was so many people that would have helped me. If I would have called, they would have helped. But I needed this for myself, and so I'm doing all these things. I'm getting back into the workforce. I started college for the first time ever, taking care of these kids. I'm, handling my own, and I felt really great about it. And I used the tools a little bit here and there. I would, when the kids went from toddler beds to big kid beds, I'm putting beds together. When I bought an entertainment center, I put it together. When I would have to fix something, I would grab my tools out and I would fix stuff. And there was something about that set of tools that just made me feel like I could do it, that I was gonna be okay. And every time that I pulled them out, whether it was something small or building a big piece of furniture or whatever it was, I just felt good. I felt really good about that. And this past year, I have used those tools more than I probably have in the previous 10 years or dozen years. And it's so funny because every piece of furniture in my candle studio at home, I put together myself. And I'm very particular about that. And it's not that I don't think that anybody else, would do a bad job. It's not that at all. Again, this comes back to me. It's almost like this, I don't know, it's like this self-confidence I get. It's this independence that I have. It's the way that it makes me feel. And so I had people offering to help with putting together the furniture for the store. And I was like, no, I'm good, it's fine. My kids offered, their friends offered, of course my husband, my sister, so many people have offered to help me. And every single time I'm just like, nah, I'm good, it's okay, I've got it. And one piece I was actually putting together the other night, I flipped the instructions and it shows one person with an X through it and then two people with a yeah. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, can I do this myself? Am I gonna have to call Chris and have him come help me? And I was like, I can totally do this. And I found a way to get it done. I was super sore the next morning from just the weird strength I had to get, and it wasn't anything that would have been dangerous. It's not like I was lifting something that if it would have fallen on me, it would have crushed me. I'm not that stubborn, you guys. But it comes down to, for me, those tools mean something so much more than putting together a piece of furniture. And they have been with me through so many years of times when I was fresh out of my marriage and I was scared to death of everything. And I just felt so afraid. And so I would latch onto things like these tools or, a certain book or a certain there was just anything that I could get confidence from and anything that could help me ditch some of those fears just became such a critical thing in my life. And it makes me feel really good. And so I'm a little bit fearful of this journey that I'm on where I'm getting ready to open up this candle store because I've never done retail. I've never done anything like this before. I'm building something from scratch and just really hoping it's gonna be amazing. And so I'm afraid a little bit, you know, by that. I'm not gonna lie. And those tools, here we go, you guys. This dumb drill that I've used for years, this drill that I can take a drill bit and, you know, hang up these curtain rods and just all that stuff, it takes away the fear for me. It reminds me that I can totally do this. It may not be perfect and it may not always be easy, but I can definitely do this. And so it's just on my heart tonight to share this with you guys, because I don't know what your story is, where you are in your life, or what you have going on. And it may not be a candle store, it may not be a divorce, and it may not be a set of tools. You have your own things, but the point is like, latch on to those things in your life that make you feel like you can absolutely make it through. And the things that make you feel like, hell yes, I did this. I put this stuff together and I set this store up and I've created this. Whatever it is that just makes you feel good and strong and powerful, just absolutely hang on to that stuff, because I never knew when I bought these tools all those years ago, I never knew what that would actually do for me and how healing that would be for me. So here I am on my way. I have fall scents that will be releasing the day I open the doors to the store. I have car freshies that will be releasing the day I open the doors to the store. I'm trying my hand at some different home decor, not stuff I made. Made it sound like I made it. No, I'm not making it. I'm gonna have some stuff in here to sell along with my candles. And you know what? I'm just gonna be happy, enjoy the moment, and see what happens. And it'll all be okay. No matter what, it'll all be okay. So I guess if the candle store turns out to be a total flop, maybe I will just go try my hand at putting furniture together for IKEA. This one piece, that shorter shelf right there, I've put 3 of those together, and on the last one I literally didn't even pull the instruction book out. I was just like, I got this now. Like, I could probably do this with my eyes closed. So anyways, you know, there's always something. There's always going to be a fallback. So, all right. That's where it is tonight. I went a little personal. I got a little deep. And maybe you hung around for the whole video. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just talking to nobody at this point. But it makes me feel good to talk about it. So there it is. I'm grateful for all of you, and the journey continues. I'm getting so much closer to some really good stuff going on in here. So please stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the little notification bell. That way, when I upload a video, you'll definitely make sure that you don't miss it. And yeah, I'm gonna relax this weekend, take a couple days off, and then get right back to it. So I will be back with you guys before you know it, and I'll see you later.